Hey guys, it's Brandon. Um, just wanted to show a game that I played earlier today. This was a Blitz game that I wasn't recording for, but it was kind of fun, so I wanted to show it anyway. And of course, I'm trying out the webcam going here. So let me know in the comments if you guys like the webcam or if you feel like it's too distracting or not. Alright, so this game was, I was playing black, and my opponent played e4, and I just decided to go in for a Sicilian because it's Blitz, so, you know, who cares. Knight f3, I went for a Najdorf. A6, so black has obviously a lot of options here. Excuse me, white has a lot of options here. He can play bishop e3, the English system, bishop g5, bishop e2, bishop c4, f4 is a move. There's lots of different moves. And my opponent chose bishop e3, and the idea of this is to play, of course, f3, queen c2, castle queenside, and launch the h and the g pawns down the board, and try to mate black. And this turned out to be one of those types of games, but black gets a lot of counterplay, first in the center, with the tempo on this knight, chasing it away. Another way that that white can play this is to retreat the knight here to f3 and just sort of go for some counterplay against the d5 square, so stuff like that. But you know, he went for the standard Najdorf English attack stuff, and so these are all pretty standard developing moves. Castles. I refrained from castling in favor of getting on with my queenside play. I don't know the theory very well here of the Najdorf, so I just was like, all right, whatever. It's just a Blitz game. So he played g4, pretty typical. He wants to play g5, and now I played knight b6. The idea of this move is to, in some cases, threaten knight c4 with a fork on the bishop and the queen here. At which point he probably wants to give up his light square bishop, and then, you know, I can open the b file, stuff like that. And also it controls the d5 square. And he played h4, just getting on with the attack. And so I brought a rook to the c file. Pretty standard. You know, this is my open file. Just want to get a rook there. And he moved the king out of the way, standard. And I just castled here. I was like, okay, let's just have at it. And he played h5. And I think this move is actually a little bit slow. He wants to be able to play, I understand, he wants to be able to play g5 without my knight coming to h5 and sort of blocking his kingside advance. But I don't think this is I don't think in this position it works that well, because I'm quick with b4 here. And here he just made it. I think that black is already better here, but here he just made a really terrible blunder. He miscounted and played knight d5, and I have enough coverage of the square so that blunders a center pawn and gets my knight right into the center with the tempo on this bishop here that he really doesn't want to give up. So already much better for me now. So he decided to retreat the bishop, and I just got on with my queenside play, a5, looking for a4, and he played queen f2. Why, I don't know. I'm not sure what this move was doing or what his idea was, but you know, maybe he wanted to bring the bishop here, something like that. I don't know, but I just got on with my attack. And now here, the computer suggests this move, a3, with a huge advantage for black, and I can see why. I mean, if he pushes here, these dark squares are really, really weak. I mean, it would really just be, you know, how to carry on the slaughter here. Queen c7. Rook c2. Maybe even this. This is all looking pretty good here, and the knight just comes in. So I didn't go for that. I saw the move I played in the game was a little bit more spectacular, but not quite as technically sound. So the move I played, which looked good to me, when I just should have played it without really doing the calculations, was knight to c3 check. So the idea is that I'm attacking the rook and the king, of course, the fork, and if he takes, then I've opened the b file. I've sacked a piece, but I've opened the b file and have a very, very sensitive, a very, very powerful pawn here on c3, a thorn pawn, as King's Crusher calls it. And you can imagine it could be dangerous if I could maneuver the queen in somehow for a mate here. And so spotting that, he oops, I didn't want to do that. He played knight to d3 here, covering the mate square, and I carried on with queen a5. And the idea of this move was that first, okay, it sets up potential checkmating threats here if this knight were ever to move, but also I thought I could create some threats along if I could slide my queen into d5 and get some mating threats here. So he played king here, and I just put a rook on the b file. He contested the b file, and then I did slide the queen in here to d5, just threatening checkmate. And he played the knight back just to guard the mate. I think maybe that was the only move. And the problem is, after I took the rook, he has, and queen b7 check threatening mate, he has this move, knight c3 to defend it, but it's still hopeless because after taking, this is just easy sacks here, just on the king, just sack the bishop. He didn't even take here because that would of course just be mating. He just got rid of the thorn pawn, but then just sacked the bishop again, and the king is just exploding on the open files here. And the game ended pretty quickly. He interposed the queen only move, and I didn't take it right away. I went for a check and check here, just hoping he would maybe give me the queen for free. He didn't, but I'm getting this bishop, and he resigned here. There's actually no way for him to really defend this pawn. He can't move the rook because the bishop hangs. He can't move the bishop because the rook hangs. And the only way to prevent the threat of this picking up the rook with check is actually to play this move here. I found that with the computer afterwards, but yeah, so that was a fun game. It's always whenever I play the Sicilian, which is not too often, although I'd like to play it more. I always think, and you win a game like this, I'm always like, oh, why don't I play this more often? But then, when you get an opponent who is a good attacker and they blow you apart on the king side first, you're like, oh right, that's why. I forgot. It's very double-edged, but this was just a fun game and a fun sack here. No, not a3. Here to open up the king side and get the pieces in. So, all right, hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know what you think of the webcam. Maybe I can do that more in the future if you like it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.